Hi, welcome back to Pokemon Blue. Episode 14 sees us being turned down to the road to Saffron. As I said earlier, it's blocked off from all angles by these guys. You can eventually pass, of course, but you're gonna need drinks for that. The guards have figured out the one truth in Pokemon. Everything must be settled with a Pokemon battle, so long as you turn down battling, you can do whatever you want. It's just, why would you do that? Alright, well, I hope I hope you could understand me. I looked at the volume on my headset and it was turned all the way down. So I'm hoping that was just to the headphones themselves. It was kind of weird. Everything was really quiet. That explains it. Who cares? We're just fighting another nerd. He's using typical nerd things. Which is apparently electricity and poison. Like, I guess the Magnemite I get, maybe even the Voltorb, but this Voltorb's messing me up. I might do something dishonorable here. Bring out your hate mail. Bring out your best insults. I used a super potion in battle against something that wasn't even a gym leader. It wasn't even really a hard encounter. It's just the Sonic Boom. We're still at the point of the game where Sonic Boom's a really annoying attack. It's also showing me that I maybe subconsciously just use items more often than I do, or, well, more appropriately, I use items more often than I think I do, and then subconsciously just block out the the item uses. Oh well, like I said, I'm willing to accept a use here and there. It's really just the battle style that'll bug me. And it depends on what type of item I use and the context for which I use it. Like, I refuse to use the battle items. They're just broken. But potions and status healing stuff, you know, maybe given the context of the situation. And in that situation, I was just mad at that Voltorb for spamming Sonic Boom. But we're approaching Celadon as soon as I stop wandering around like an idiot. I don't know what I was doing there. Yay! My favorite colored city. Celadon's a really big city, as far as we're told. It's pretty big as far as the game goes, but I think Saffron's supposed to be bigger. But Celadon's the place with the giant mall, so... And it has a casino. Oh, we'll be seeing the casino. Trust me on that. I just can't help myself to a few spins of the slots. Now, I could take the elevator, but I am not for some reason. I have to go to the roof. I'm gonna go shopping here, and I'm gonna speak to every guy to see what they're selling, because I can never remember who has what, but there's vending machines at the top of the mall. This is where you get the drink. You have 3 choices. You have to buy all 3, and then either one of them again. Because there's a girl up here who's thirsty and wants a drink, but her brother's a douche and won't buy her a drink. And I figure, you know, I'll give the extortion racket the best of the best, that way there's no problems. I don't want him to break my kneecaps or anything. You know, thanks for the water, but here's a lesson in, here's a lesson in expense. She's gonna give us 2 really good TMs and 1 really not TM. For the fresh water, we get Ice Beam. It's amazing. Soda Pop gives us Rock Slide, another really good move. And the entire reason we had to breed Marowak Because he can't learn it from the TM in Gen 1. He can't learn it from the TM forever. And TM49 is Tri-Attack. Yeah, Gen 2, Marowak couldn't learn Rock Slide other than through the egg move. Somebody else had to have the Rock Slide. And breed it onto... breed it onto him. I think Gen 4 or 5 is when he can finally learn Rock Slide. I don't know. It's weird. I'm on this now. It bothers me. His moveset is so bad as it is. Rock Slide at least gives him something else that isn't a normal or ground type move. Alright, let's start our shopping spree. I'm having trouble talking for some reason, I don't know. I think I'm just tired. I'm gonna go to sleep here after this. But I'm just checking out what they have, making sure I don't have anything I can sell, and nope, this is the battle item location. This will be your best friend if you're playing without the toolbox. And you have something that can payday over and over again. I suppose, you know, you could beat the Elite Four over and over again and grind money that way, but at that point, I mean, I'd just rather use the toolbox, to be frank. Yeah, Pokédoll, you're going to want one of these for later. You can buy it later, to be honest. It's a waste of inventory right now. And I'm buying the 2 evolution stones I'll need. Thunderstone for Jolteon, who will be getting here shortly. And Leaf Stone for Weepin' Bell to turn him into a Victory Bell. And then at long last, you can learn Body Slam. Now, TM18 contains counter. That's counter attack. If the opponent uses a physical move and hits you with it, you deal damage back to them like double the damage, I think. And it's an okay move, but when I was a kid, I didn't quite understand what that meant. Like, he doesn't actually explain it. Hang on, just... But so yeah, as a kid I understood what a counterattack was, and I knew what a countertop was, but I'd never heard the term counter to describe a counterattack before. So when he said, gives me this move named counter, and says, the only description he gives is, it's not like the counter I'm leaning on. I'm like, okay, what does this do? And I use it in combat, and, well, it didn't do anything. And I'm like, okay. So, I didn't know what that did for a long time. It's an okay move. It's really good if you're good at predicting, but I am not. I'm not a competitive player at all, so I don't play predictive game. I just have fun with friends sometimes, you know? We're not competitive, we just do shit. You know? Up here, this guy is like the tutorial guy. Well, you're a little bit late, aren't you? Actually, he's here to teach us about the link cable and trading, and this pamphlet on TMs. But so, if you didn't know how to trade by this point, this is a good room to teach you in, because that Pokeball on the table that I've been avoiding talking about contains the only Eevee in the game. And there's 3 evolutions, so you're going to have to know how to trade in order to finish your Pokedex. Let's give him a stupid name. The nicknaming is such a good idea. It's so abused by people sometimes. Not me. I'm just naming him stupid things. Why are you naming Thundercat? He's a fox. Now shut up. That's why. Let's evolve him. I'm not even going to use the Eevee. Just evolve him right away. Eevee is my favorite Pokemon. This is my #1 favorite Pokemon. Said I don't use it more often, but the Eviolite won't become an item until later. And that's really when I start to want to use him. Oh. Oh, dude. Oh well. We'll at least show off his stats. He's level 25 with Tackle and Sand Attack. We'll change that with the toolbox. Give him some Thunderbolt. Yep. He also learns like Agility, or I think Thunder Wave maybe? I don't know, he learns something. I went out and I grinded him. I didn't quite show that. I mean, why would I show grinding? I didn't mention in a note or anything, but I grinded him up to level 30 or 31. Yeah, it's 31 I grinded him up to. So that caught him up to everybody, and grinding Jolteon's really easy. Let's go to this building over here for no reason at all. This is an interesting building. It looks like a Pokemon Center, but it's not. It's a hotel, but it uses the same layout as the Pokemon Center. Wonder if that's gonna cause any weird effects. Well, yes, and I'm gonna mess up showing it. As usual, I do something neat and mess it up by oh, went too far. Alright, I can't turn around. Here we go. Yeah, that square's still programmed to be a PC. I might as well withdraw cut from the invisible ghost PC. I mean, I know ghosts exist now, so I guess techno ghosts do too, and well, that's a ghost PC. I'm doing things out of my normal order, again, because of Marowak, again. I normally do the rocket hideout before I take on Erika, but I want Marowak to obey me right now. And I need her badge to do that. Luckily, he doesn't get anywhere near the next level of disobeyment before the, Stop it. He doesn't get anywhere near the next level of disobeyment before I get the next badge that I need. That guy out there is a pervert, and it's kind of funny. I intended on making a joke about it by looking in the window with him, but I was busy talking. That happens more than usual. I'll have like this intent to talk about something specific in the game, and then I'll be busy talking and I'll fail to bring it up. But yeah, this is Erika's gym, the grass gym. It's an all-female gym, and of course, because this is an anime, there's an old pervert outside the all-female gym. Well, oh, he lived. Oh well. Bubble leveled up. I noticed I called Marowak by its species name and Bubba by his nickname. I don't know, just kind of skipped my mind. Like I said, I'll call him what I end up calling him. I've probably swapped between the two, like, frequently. I don't know. It's weird. Not trying to censor myself because of what his name is, I promise. But no, I'm not using him. He's benched until I get this badge. Darn boner. Obey me, damn it. Especially around a beauty. Don't want to embarrass myself. Oh. But the interesting thing about Erika's gym is I don't really have anything good to use here. I have Bubba, who has Ice Beam, and that's a super effective move. I have Weepinbell, who isn't going to do anything for damage, but he's not going to take anything for damage, so if I'm using him, it's going to become the long game. I have Jolteon, who is better here than I'm going to give him credit for. He's amazing, actually. He's a good backup. Thunderbolt might not be very effective, but it doesn't matter in the hands of Jolteon. It just doesn't. See, I have Boner. He's not an option at all. Yeah, the ground types will knock out all these grass poison types, but he's so slow with such a low special, he isn't going to get the chance to. Not in the gym. That leaves Critty. Critty is normal type, so neutral damage versus neutral damage. High crit chance galore, and hopefully they flinch. That's about the only strategy I've got. Critty with a backup of Jolteon. And then hope to God, if Jolteon gets knocked out, Bubba can handle things. Because if it gets to Weeping Bell, the long game is long. But we'll get there when we get there. We're just kind of defeating her little room full of trainers. I always do that, you know, I always fight all the trainers in the gym. Why not? It's experience, and you lose access to them once you beat the gym leader. I guess they figure they can't beat you at that point. Now watch me use Jolteon wrong for a while before I realize what I should be doing, and I'll do that frequently. Like, if something resists Thunderbolt, I'll try using Quick Attack, because I have dumb moments sometimes where I forget that despite the half damage, the Thunderbolt's going to out-damage the Quick Attack every time. Use that Quick Attack, though. You'll learn eventually. I learn in this gym eventually, it's just I think I forget again later down the road. It's... it doesn't matter too much, though. I eventually get it. Yeah, but Thundercat here is, the most boring thing on my team. He's the best thing on my team. Like, Jolteon is an amazing Pokemon, and Thundercat is no exception. It's just that he only does one thing. And that one thing is really, really good, but it's all he does. And he excels at it. I used that antidote because it decided to use Wrap. Yeah, want to use an overpowered move against me, make me wait through your poison? I don't think so. This isn't a trainer battle, or that's a trainer battle. This isn't a multiplayer battle. I can do that. I don't even feel shame in that one. Rat poison is bullshit. Frankly speaking, if anybody does that to me in multiplayer, I never play against him again. It's just not a good strategy to use if you want to retain friends and actually play the game with people. It's just not. So I figure this is going to take longer than it ends up taking, so I paralyze him. Because he's got really good defense, and he's a special type, so he's got really good special. And seeing as how much Quick Attack did, I decided to test the waters and see how much Thunderbolt might do to him. I don't know, he resists it, you know, I can't do that much. Oh yeah, it's a Jolteon. I forgot. Jolteon is really good at Thunderbolting. The only thing Jolteon can handle as Gen 1, and basically every gen afterwards as far as I know, is Ground type. And those annoying Rock Ground types as well. It learns Double Kick, but with its Piddly attack, Double Kick doesn't really matter. We'll see something funny, because I didn't intend on him learning Double Kick because it matters so little, and you know, he had a specific moveset and I forgot about that, and I just taught him Double Kick without thinking. That comes way later, but it's a funny thing that happens. Because Jolteon, you know, Thunderbolt is all you need. Pin Missile's a good second move, I suppose, to deal with those pesky psychic types. His other two moves really don't matter. Like, Thunder Wave is always a good option. If your Jolteon becomes paralyzed, paralyze them back and you're still the faster. But funny enough, Jolteon's speed is so intense that if you have agility, and you use agility, and you get paralyzed, you're likely to still outpace whatever just paralyzed you with your counter Thunder Wave. I don't know, it's a funny thing. It's just a stupid funny combo that isn't really that great. I suppose it's good if your opponent's using a Jolteon and doesn't have agility. Oh, hang on just a second. I don't know how bad I feel today, but... or more appropriately, how bad I sound today. I feel awful, but... a good sleep should do something about that. Leech Seed's an interesting move. You seed your opponent, and every round they remain out, you gain health off of them. In Gen 1, it's a little weird because they have to actually attack you. Meaning it doesn't happen between turns, it happens after they attack you. So, if you're slower than them and you Leech Seed, it's not going to matter for that first turn. But we're actually, we're coming up to Erika soon. I ended the video after fighting Erika. At around the 25-minute mark. Or something like that. It's the longest, one of the longer videos. I don't know how it compares to the Sonic 2 bonus video. I haven't looked at the time for that one in a while. It was around 25 minutes, though. It's just funny, now that I can, you know, upload longer than 15 minutes. I try to aim for 18 to 30 minutes, somewhere in there. Just makes sense in my mind. I remember being intimidated by that video size around the time of the bonus video, but it's not actually as bad as I thought it would be. You just gotta keep talking is all. But we're approaching Erika. She's probably the hardest gym fight, so you can imagine with all these status and damage we've taken, we're going to be in for a treat unless I heal up. And so I did. I did in fact heal up. But as I was saying, Erika is probably the hardest, or one of the harder gym leaders anyway. This is, you know, especially because I don't have anything to really deal with her. Sabrina's bad. Erika's pretty bad. Really, they're the only two that I think are really all that hard. Everybody else is pretty simple. She uses a Victory Bell before I even really can, because it doesn't have Razor Leaf yet. That's the final evolution for Bellsprout. It's what I've been aiming for. And it's a high crit move versus a high crit Pokemon. I managed to win that one. Yeah, this is the best I've got against her. Admittingly, the Jolteon isn't bad, but you know, I'd rather use the Jolteon as a finisher and not as the thing that actually takes the gym on. I suppose it could have gone either way. But I decided on Critty. Vile Plume. This thing is vile. Oh, well, that's lucky. If it would have put me to sleep, it could have been free to do whatever I wanted. I don't even know why it bothered. It didn't really need to put me to sleep, given what it does. Petal Dance. In Gen 1, it's a Vileplume's signature move. Only it learns it. And it's powerful. For 2 to 3 turns, it just does this Petal Dance, which is 100% accuracy. Or is supposed to have 100%. Gen 1 is Gen 1 after all. Deals a crap ton of grass damage, and at the end of it all, you're just confused, and by then you've probably, you know, done a whole lot more damage than your opponent would have liked. Yows. But we'll finish with Thundercat. Thundercat knows what's up. He might be boring, but he gets the job done. I might be boring, but I also get the job done. I managed to commentate over the gym. Yay! The Rainbow Badge will make Pokemon up to level 50 obey. And we don't get near that before having the final badge. So, Mega Drain's a good move that I don't actually teach anybody until, you know, way later than I should have. I just didn't think about it. Because Weed could benefit from it, I just don't think about it, because I just don't. And I realized I didn't talk to her after the fight. But that's the end of the video, so I'll see you next time when we hit the casino. Bye, have a good day. Wait a second. I just realized, just as I was not paying attention when I was saying this, I said that I couldn't evolve my Weeping Bell yet because it didn't know Razor Leaf. Hers knows Razor Leaf. It used it right after I said it. Cheater.